Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the NASCAR Alternate Reality. I'm Lee Dark, and I got Josh Aldridge with me, and currently we're watching Matt Kenseth because he was fastest during practice.
Fastest in practice. This is the track that he's pretty good at, if I remember right.
While we watch practice here and see who's going to end up on the pole, I want to remind you guys this is an alternate reality. Things are going to change in the next coming season, and some of the changes I think we should address is the people in this race today. Buckshot Jones was released. Buckshot was replaced with Dick Trickle in the 44. I don't know if he's doing more than this race, but he is filling in for this race, Josh.
Yeah, and it's nice to see him back behind the wheel, racing. That's a Dick Trickle. That's a
No way. Oh!
oh my god.
Kurt Busch last minute going to steal the pole from the King Richard Petty in the 43. Oh, Ward Burton.
Oh,
Sterling Marlin.
Marlin.
Jeff
Matt
Burton.
Kenseth got the lead.
Wow. Wow.
This is gonna be exciting right here.
All right, well, we know where everyone's starting. Richard Petty starting 10th.
He's showing that he still may have a thing or two to do. He's showing that although he may have taken some time off, some time off, he's still the king.
What's that going to do for Petty Enterprise with the King back behind the wheel?
It could be retaking his throne, I guess. It could be something that they need.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got the 17 of Matt Kenseth next to the 99 of Jeff Burton. Next row back, we got the 40 of Sterling Marlin next to the 97 of Kurt Busch. Then we got the 9 of Bill Elliott next to the 22 Ward Burton. We got the 6 of Mark Martin next to the 20 of Tony Stewart. We got the 43 of Richard Petty next to the 45 of Kyle Petty. You got the 88 of Dale Jarrett next to the 15 of Michael Waltrip. We got the 3 of Dale Earnhardt Sr. next to the 2 of Rusty Wallace. You got the 5 of Terry Labonte next to the 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. You got the 24 of Jeff Gordon next to the 44 of Dick Trickle. You got the 18 of Bobby Labonte next to the 36 of Ken Schrader. You got the 32 of Ricky Craven next to the 28 of Ricky Rudd. You got the 25 of Jerry Nadeau next to the 21 of Elliott Sadler. You got the 77 of Robert Presley next to the 26 of Jimmy Spencer. You got the 92 of Stacey Compton next to the 90 of Hutch Strickland. You got the 1 of Steve Park next to the 12 of Jeremy Mayfield. You got the 66 of Todd Bodine next to the 93 of Dave Blaney. You got the 7 of Mike Wallach next to the 55 of Darrell Waltrip. We got the 4 of Kevin LePage next to the 11 of Brett Bodine. You got the 10 of Johnny Benson next to the 19 of Casey Atwood. You got the 33 of Joe Nemechek next to the 31 of Mike Skinner. You got the 01 of Jason LaFear next to the 14 of Ron Hornaday Jr. Now, before this race gets started, we got 3 minutes, Josh, to go over the people filling in. I know we kind of touched on it here, but let's go ahead and run down the list. Richard Petty is taking over the 43. Maybe just this race, maybe more races. We don't know yet. That one is undetermined. Dick Trickle in the 44. This is both for Petty Enterprise. Dick Trickle is not going to be behind that wheel at the next race. This is a one-race deal. I don't know if they're going to be able to convince him otherwise, Josh, but that's currently the deal there.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he's back behind the wheels for more, but he's only a one-race contract for right now. We have to see how well he performs today.
Darrell Waltrip is going to finish the season for this 55 car because Mike Waltrip Racing has bought the 55 and another car. Things will be shifted next season. You guys will see that. But yeah, Waltrip Racing, which will be Waltrip Brothers Racing, they will own the 55, and I believe they're going to get the number 15 over there as well. That is all the changes so far for this race. 17 of Matt Kenseth to lead it. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited, Josh.
Oh yeah, I'm always excited. I mean, and Bristol, it's Bristol, baby.
It's Bristol, baby.
I have been to this track as a fan. It's awesome. It's beautiful. I mean, there's not a bad seat in this house. I mean, in this track, there's a reason they call this the last great Coliseum. And if you ever get an opportunity to go here, go there.
Now, Josh, I know you know a little bit more of the insights of stuff that is going to be happening with the next season. A lot of the changes, a lot of car changes, a lot of team changes. The big one, the one that we already all know about, we mentioned it last race, Dale Earnhardt Sr. leaving RCR, taking the 3 with him, but possibly not Goodwrench.
Yeah, and if this is what I would like to see, if Goodwrench does not go with him, get Wrangler.
Gonna have to see what is gonna happen. I wish I could weigh in on what the teams do there, but Dale Earnhardt Sr. leaving RCR at the end of this season, gonna start 2002 with DEI. It's gonna be the 3, the 8, and then I don't know if they're keeping the 1, but what I do know is Kerry Earnhardt is going to come in to the team. It's going to be an all Earnhardt family racing, Josh.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Something fun to see.
Kerry Earnhardt's had a couple chances here in the Cup Series, and nothing full time to really stick his feet in. But his dad wants to race with all his sons at DEI, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Now we got 100 laps. Things could change. Josh, you're supposed to make a prediction.
Let's go with. You know what? Let's go with Kyle Busch.
Kurt Busch?
Yes, excuse me, Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch does have a brother, Kyle. I don't know if there's any. I know he's done real good in the series he's racing in. I don't know. Things could happen for that guy. But Kurt Busch in the 97. See what happens. I'm going to go ahead and stick my neck out there. The man always seems to come at the end. I'm going to go with Dale Earnhardt on this one.
Yeah, well, he dominated here. I mean, go back and look at past races, past highlights. I mean, I didn't mean to wreck him. I meant to ride his cage a little bit. I mean, that's iconic.
The funny thing about that, Josh, is Dale Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip's in this, Terry Labonte, Dale Jarrett, a lot of people that may have had their cage rattled a little bit. Here we go, and look at Richard Petty there on the outside. The 99 of Jeff Burton racing Matt Kenseth for that lead. Kurt Busch, Sterling Marlin, Ward Burton there. Things getting squirrely there towards the back. As Richard Petty. Oh!
Oh, we got somebody hitting the wall.
Jeff Burton hits the wall. Matt Kenseth.
Ooh.
I believe they're teammates.
They are. I looked up for a brief moment and heard that and looked back up and missed it.
I can't believe we slept on Richard Petty, who's making his way up. Oh!
God, how many cars you just passing that one turn, that one corner? Gee. I'm holding everybody up.
I'm having a hard time keeping up here, Josh.
Lap traffic already.
We're going to keep an eye on the leader. Matt Kenseth. Got Kurt Busch on his tail.
Teammates.
Just pushing through. Ward Burton third. Tony Stewart fourth. Bill Elliott fifth. Sterling Marlin back to sixth. Richard Petty sitting seventh right now. Or sorry, Richard Petty sitting fifth.
Oh.
There goes Kurt
Hey, we
Busch.
got a new leader.
Kurt Busch has found his way around. And he is taking off.
Ends up got through all that lap traffic. Let's see if we can make something of it.
Ward Burton there in third. He gets around Tony Stewart. Richard Petty here. Look at the king go.
All hail the king.
Rusty Wallace sixth. Dale Jr. in seventh. Jeff Gordon eighth. Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s fell back to 17th. He's having a heck of a time, Josh.
He's back marled up in all that congestion, lap traffic, and see if he can maneuver his way through the field.
12 laps in, Kurt Busch is caught back up to lap traffic here. Gonna try to work his magic, but Matt Kenseth back in this.
He's got to run. He got the lead back. He's got the preferred line at the moment with nobody holding him up.
Tony Stewart going to get through there as well. Sterling Marlin was up on the lead pace, but he is now a lap down, trying to get back onto the lead lap.
My things changed quickly. Look at Jeff Burton going a lap down.
Jeff Burton going a lap down after getting put in the wall by Matt Kenseth. Tony Stewart again onto the heels of the 17. Richard Petty up to third.
Is it too late to change my pick?
The king up to third place, and he is just got the lanes. It's like they're giving it to him. Look at him go. He's caught the leaders. Oh, King got a little loose there. Fall in line, going to push Tony Stewart on by. Tony Stewart going to take the lead. No. Yes, he does. But for how long?
As long as the king wants him to have it, apparently.
Richard Petty. Matt Kenseth gets stuck. Matt Kenseth falls back. Richard Petty to second. Dale Jr. third. Rusty Wallace fourth. Tony Stewart in the lead. Jr. pushes Richard Petty all the way up there and gets stuck behind Brett Bodine. Richard Petty in second place right now. Who thought that would happen?
I sure didn't.
Tony Stewart's been an unstoppable force this year. Oh, Richard Petty!
Oh,
Richard Petty! Richard Petty takes the lead! What's going on here? The king said, "You guys need me? I've been practicing." The king is always ready. Go ahead. Print that, slap it on a t-shirt.
I know, right? He is definitely showing he still knows how to get around and get it done.
Now, I hope this doesn't sway Richard Petty's decision on who he's going to put in that car for the rest of this season or even next season. Now, I wouldn't mind a Richard Petty continuation season, don't get me wrong, but he's really got to be looking towards the future, Josh.
He does. He's getting held up in traffic, and Stewart's making a run.
Look at that.
But never mind.
The king asks, and he shall receive. You know, some of these drivers before this race were just extremely excited to even be out here with the likes of Richard Petty, Dick Trickle, Darrell Waltrip, who's getting lapped right there in the 55 once again. He's said over the radio numerous times that this team's going to have a long way to go. But they knew they bought a work in progress.
Indeed, yes.
Jeff Gordon, second. Let's go ahead and run the order real quick. Richard,
Well, before you do that, Richard Petty dominating this race at the age of 64.
64 years old, and he is out there competing at the highest level here in his 43. Now, remember, I don't know, Josh might remember because he was kind of in the conversations, but I don't know if you guys remember. Originally, Richard Petty was just mentioned to take over for Buckshot Jones in the 44.
Yeah.
And then John Andretti in the 43.
Caution.
Oh, caution flag!
Yeah, there, bud.
Oh.
Ooh, that's Ron.
Hornaday Jr., Skinner, Bush, Marlin.
Oh, Sterling Marlin.
There goes my pick.
Where's Sterling Marlin? Sterling Marlin on his top. Let's see that one more time. Mark Martin there, almost in the action as well. Gets into the 33. Richard Petty chosen to come into the pits now, Josh. I mean, even if he doesn't come back to win this race, what an amazing showing by the King tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he is showing that he may be eligible for an 8 RP car, but he still has what it takes. Getting everything sorted out under caution.
Hope so. I don't know. What's going on here? Do we know what's going on?
I don't. I just got it in the hands of NASCAR, and hopefully they do.
You sure? What is this? Oh, God.
Green flag. Caution's out.
Oh my gosh!
Pull your
Yeah,
stop,
we don't
pull
need
your
to be
head.
going green than that.
I'm glad we stopped that in time. Get back out there. Fix this. What was that? Don't you dare try to make excuses for whatever the hell you were about to start there. There's a DDW there. Or DW. My bad. I had another D. Are we not going to fix this? We're just going to run it like this?
Don't look like they're wanting to.
Like, at least move the cars up that are, you know?
Something's happening.
Something's happening. Oh, okay, that's right.
Look, they're fixing it.
They're fixing it. Thank you, NASCAR. Couple more. Let's go. Yep. Alright. Guys on the lead lap are now in a good position, so I'll take it. The king is leading.
Ooh, wow, yeah. Got a bunch of good drivers are running up front. The Wonder Boy, second.
Oh, Richard Petty chose the outside line. Interesting. Oh. Hey, Richard. Gordon.
Gordon, get off of him, man.
Gordon is running Richard Petty high. What's going on here?
I'm not sure. Still running up high. Taking the lead? Wait a minute. No.
Oh.
Green flag.
What just happened there? And you're going to allow that, NASCAR?
Not so fast. Hang on.
Black flag, Jeff Gordon. Don't know what's going to happen with this black flag there, but Jeff Gordon going to have to go to the pits.
He's just having a bad season. I mean, remember all the black flags he got? What was it, Daytona?
Yeah, Daytona. And then getting mad at Richard Petty. I don't know what Richard Petty did, but
It was totally uncalled for.
Richard Petty now running third. After getting stuck in the marbles, looked like something might be wrong with the 43.
Yeah, that's solely on Jeff Gordon's. You can put all the blame on Jeff Gordon.
Now here we go, traffic. Richard Petty was doing really good with traffic earlier. Let's see if this comes back to be what aids the 43 in getting back to the front. 21 stuck. Terry Bonnie going with Richard Petty. Richard Petty stopped to not wreck Elliott Sadler. Appreciate that, King. And there he goes! 30-second black flag for Jeff Gordon. You think that put him a couple laps down?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, laps typically here around just over about the 15-second mark. He is at least 4 laps down after getting back up to speed.
Well, right now I don't want to take my eyes off your leader, Richard Petty, because this could be an upset.
Would it be?
I mean, look where Petty Enterprises run at the beginning of this season to where they're running at right now.
But yeah, but I mean, would anybody be upset if Richard Petty did come back and win a race? I mean, I wouldn't.
Oh, Elliott Sadler going to catch Richard Petty here. He doesn't have the fastest car when he's alone, Josh.
He doesn't. It seems like maneuvering through traffic is where he succeeds at, excels at.
Elliott Sadler and Terry Labonte going to get her. Nope, the King going to hold on. And Richard Petty gets passed back to third. Elliott Sadler in this 21 car, Josh.
So when he's got a good, strong car with the Woods brothers.
And now we're back in traffic. This is where things play back into Richard Petty's hand. The 5 not giving Richard Petty any room. Elliott Sadler.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go.
He's checking out.
He's indeed checking out. Ward Burton, he was running up front here. Here comes Terry Labonte after Elliott Sadler gets stuck up high.
Dragging Petty with him.
It's 2001 and Richard Petty is battling for the lead at Bristol. Somebody pinch me. Ow. Hey.
Well, you wanted to be pinched.
You son of Terry Labonte trying to take the lead with Richard Petty pushing. Elliott Sadler going to get stuck up high. He's got it by a nose, but can he hold on? We're 3 wide at Bristol. Elliott gets through. No, he don't. Caution.
Caution. Mayfield.
Ooh.
Oh. Parts flying everywhere.
Yeah, that'd be a caution.
While we're on this caution, I looked up some facts that might be interesting to know. Richard Petty has scored 3 wins at Bristol. Could he improve on that today?
Could he improve on that today? That is a question. Michael Waltrip getting back on lead lap with Lucky Dog there. Elliott Sadler. This could be Elliott Sadler's 2nd win of the season.
Yeah.
Elliott Sadler showing great promise in that 21 for the Wood brothers. Gotta wonder if that's where he's gonna stay, Josh.
Well, it's funny that we're at Bristol and we are recurring the 2001 season. In 2001, Elliott Sadler with the Woods brothers won at Bristol.
Wow. Could we see the same?
Yeah.
Ken Schrader on the lead lap as well. Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, those are all lead lap cars. Michael,
He's back up there after being in the 5 in that wreck.
Yep. Your pick is Beck.
Yeah.
My pick is 1 lap down. But the King is in prime location.
Green, green, green.
Could this be Terry Labonte's first win of the season?
Could be. I mean, you know, he runs up front here as well.
We haven't seen Terry Labonte up front much this season, so Richard Petty losing ever since Jeff Gordon ran him up. Richard Petty not having the car he had, Josh.
He hasn't. He's just not running the same. I'm not.
Well, if Jeff Gordon needed any more enemies, he just gained a whole lot.
Yeah, he sure did.
Jeremy Mayfield getting out there in the way. Elliott Sadler going to use this opportunity to just climb. "61 laps in. And this is where Sadler struggles, but guess who doesn't? Kurt Busch takes the lead.
Looking back through the stats, Terry Labonte does have wins at Bristol in 95 and 96.
Right now, Kurt Busch has the lead. Elliott Sadler is coming up, but keeps getting held up. Richard Petty working his way up through.
He works his way through this field fairly well. I mean, we've noted that he's like a hot knife through butter through race traffic.
Oh, Kurt Busch gets stuck. Elliott Sadler takes the lead. Sorry, Josh.
You're fine. That happened.
Oh!
Did you hear any static?
Oh my, that's a big one.
Keying up on your radio just a few minutes ago. 10-4.
Ron Hornaday Jr.
Sterling Martin gets collected again. We have Ron Hornaday Jr.
Kurt Busch avoids it that time.
Did he cause that? Let's see if we can get an onboard of camera with Kurt. No, okay. I was way off. I thought he may have.
Nope, that was all Ron Hornaday Jr.
Yeah, that was all on him.
Which this is his last season with Tony Stewart buying that race team.
He may land himself somewhere. I'm not sure yet, but he was pretty dominant in the truck series. He could go back to that.
Yeah, maybe a team picks him up. There's always possibilities here.
We told y'all that this race would be hectic and exciting, and it has not disappointed.
But again, top cars. Elliott Sadler, Terry Labonte, Kurt Busch, Richard Petty, Tony Stewart, Ken Schrader, and Michael Waltrip, all on the lead lap. Kyle Petty should be lucky dog here. Or no, Michael Waltrip was, because he just went a lap down again. So Michael Waltrip, lucky dog again. Here we go.
Going green.
Richard Petty again, just up front.
Did you have this on your bingo card today?
I did not. I mean, I was excited to see the King's return. I did not know he was coming in to reclaim the throne.
I sure didn't either.
And then you got impressive guys, Terry Labonte, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, Elliott Sadler, another surprising car here. He surprised me last time. Surprised me right now. Ken Schrader as well. We'll see what
Green
happens.
flag.
Elliott got a good jump.
He definitely has a good car tonight. When traffic hits is when Elliott Sadler has problems, though.
Eddie's staying high.
Spin. Caution.
We got a spin. We got a caution.
You doing there, bud?
Working lap 71.
Oh!
Whoa! That's more than a spin. That's a lot more than a spin.
So who's involved in that? We got
Ricky Craven,
then the 26,
Bencher,
Jimmy Spencer, and the 11 of Brett Bodine. Yep.
and number 4 of who's in the 4? Mike Wallace.
I'll look that up momentarily. Ooh! Kevin LePage.
Kevin LePage, Labonte, Waltrip, and Burton.
Man.
In the 01. Most of those cars was already multiple laps down.
Kyle
But
Petty
still,
gets back on the lead lap here. That's 2 Petty Enterprises cars up in the top 10.
10, yeah.
What?
Maybe having Richard Petty back into racing lit a fire under his son, and maybe this might be a good move for him.
I mean, we still got to confirm whether Richard Petty is staying in the 43 for the rest of the season, or if this was just a one-race deal. As is Dick Trickle, one-race deal. I don't know who's going to be taking over the 44, Josh.
I need to step away for a second.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Elliott Sadler right now, the man to beat. He's got the car. If these guys can get into traffic, who knows what'll happen. Michael Waltrip looking to crown a win here. Tony Stewart, Ken Schrader, Terry Labonte, Elliott Sadler, Kurt Busch, and the King, Richard Petty, all on the lead lap. 75 laps into 100, which means 25 laps to go once we cross this line. Here we go. Sadler trying to pull away. Terry Labonte, though, gets a run on that outside. Terry Labonte takes the lead. King can't find a way around. But here comes traffic. Terry Labonte, though, incredible at passing traffic.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Terry Labonte gets held up. Terry Labonte's your leader right now, Josh.
All right, thank you for that.
Kyle Petty about to go a lap down.
Oh,
He goes up out of the way of the leader. And the leader's going to take off. They're three
Everybody-
wide.
they all congested in the back there. Laps are quickly winding down.
Elliott Sadler is just getting caught up. Richard Petty is trying his best. But Terry Labonte is your leader, and he is just cutting through traffic.
Texas Terry. We got Caution, okay.
Bud, why don't you give me status on your car there?
Ooh, wait, what happened? Oh no. That couldn't be it, could it?
I don't know where it is, though.
Huh? Okay. Do we got a blimp view, maybe? Well,
Oh.
there we go. There it is. Right
Oh.
there.
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
24, 20.
Maybe somebody got offended that he run Petty up high and
Oh,
gave him a little payback.
Ron Hornaday Jr. again. Ron ran Jr. into the wall, gets over
Oh, okay.
front of Gordon.
Okay.
Where's Gordon?
Wow. Well, karma, perhaps?
Karma, perhaps indeed.
Laps are quickly winding down.
Terry Labonte absolutely dominating here. Oh,
Pace car just appears out of nowhere. How about that? RKO out of nowhere.
Terry Labonte racing the pace car? Okay. The King still holding in there.
Holding strong.
I mean, a top 10 finish for Petty Enterprise after the season they've had.
All right. Real life, I've got some tea boiling. Let me go check that while we're on the caution.
Here we go.
Be ready, green flag.
Elliott Sadler and Terry Labonte side by side.
We good.
Waltrip in the mix. Tony Stewart. Richard Petty. Ken Schrader.
Raider showing he still has it.
21 running the 5 up. Can he keep him high? No, he can't.
Falls back in line. Somebody.
Got
Caution.
you loud and clear. I don't know why you can't hear Earl. Can you hear me?
No, we
Did
can't
not
hear
him
Earl.
call that caution. Need you to check your radio connections. Check the one on your
Go
headset.
back, go back.
On your
Look at the
headboard.
scoring. Oh, Benson in the wall. Oh, my. Wallace. Benson, Bonnie, Martin, Hookshot, and accordion effect.
Well, you know Bristol, baby.
Bristol, baby. How long is this cleanup going to take?
Not long.
And do they do green and white checkers here?
I don't know. I do not know. It should be. We'll probably get going on the next lap. They'll go double.
Okay. Well, it shouldn't take too long.
Wow.
We said exciting.
And Richard Petty's still there.
Yeah.
He's falling back, though. But he led. So, I mean, can't take that away from him.
No, you can't. Dominating day. Great run. I hope he's back behind that wheel.
I wonder if he could take anything home from today.
Yeah, I mean,
For Petty Enterprise, any knowledge that could help them improve over the rest of the season.
I'm sure he can.
Oh, Bill Elliott.
No, they don't have the green and white checkered rule here. That started in 2004.
So no green-white checkered rule. This could end under caution.
Very well. How much we got? No, we should go green next time around. Maybe.
Or this time right here.
Yep, this time around next time.
Kyle Petty back on the lead lap up here, right behind his dad. Petty Enterprise is taking something home today, baby, and it may not be a win, but it's going to be knowledge that Petty Enterprise can still be a top force here. I don't know where the 44 is at. What happened to Dick Trickle? Dick Trickle 2 laps down. Not as bad as some.
Green flag.
They had to install a cigarette lighter into that race car. Did you know that?
No. Oh, I got back just in time. I turned off my TV just for the green flag.
Yeah, Dick Trickle, his car, they had to install a cigarette lighter, else he wouldn't
Oh
race.
yeah, that's right. I remember hearing about that.
Terry Labonte right now pulling away. We're hearing people hit walls. Oh, the King caught up in a hornet's nest.
But he seems to be happy with being in the hornet's nest all day long. It's where he strives.
That 43 car just doesn't have the car like he had earlier, Josh.
No, not after he got ran up into the wall, into the marbles by Jeff Gordon. He just not been able to capitalize and have the strong run he once had.
Terry Labonte right now, your leader as we come around. 3 laps to go, 2 laps to go this time by. Two laps to go. And we're in traffic. Elliott Sadler on his bunions.
Wow, right. Everybody getting bottleneck congested.
Elliott Sadler goes high. That's going to screw him. This is the last lap.
Flag.
Checkered flag.
Oh, my gosh. Is it Texas Terry? Texas Terry.
Terry Labonte is going to finish in first. Kurt Busch gets second. Tony Stewart third. Michael Waltrip fourth. Elliott Sadler fell back to fifth. Ken Schrader sixth. Richard Petty finishes the day in seventh.
Hey, round of applause. Round of applause.
Kyle Petty is in eighth. Bill Elliott goes a lap down to ninth. Matt Kenseth a lap down 10th. Mark Martin 2 laps down with 11th. Dale Earnhardt Sr. 2 laps down 12th. Dale.
Richard and Kyle finished. Wow, they finished. Petty and the two Petties finishing behind each other. Wow. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. Jeez.
Yes, sir. 2 laps down, Dale Jarrett in the 88. 44 of Dick Trickle went 2 laps down. He could have been a lot worse for the day. Congratulations, I think, to Petty Enterprise all around for today. Good changes on their behalf. The 99 of Jeff Burton, 3 laps down. Rusty Wallace went 3 laps down. Ward Burton, 3 laps down. Serwin Marlin, 3 laps down. Bobby Labonte, 4 laps down. Dale Jr. went 5 laps down. Robert Presley, 5 laps down. Go ahead, pause rescreen. You want to see where any driver that you're interested in wound up. What happened to Darrell Waltrip? Oh, Darrell Waltrip ended up 6 laps down in 28th. Not bad for the return to DW.
No.
And we'll catch you guys on the next one.